right, hello and welcome everyone to Phlox'em, and we've got a KAGI, so more adaptive. Last two games we recorded on here were also adaptive. Those were for the Keyforge Team League. This is for Keyforge as Garfield intended, as it is affectionately called, but it's a adaptive tournament run over on Sanctimonious. And we are in the top cut. I'll be honest, I probably shouldn't have made the top cut this season. It was a rough season, and I'm actually still not quite sure what I'm doing for a deck. I have about a minute to decide here. What's up, Quick Draw? Welcome in to what will probably be me getting slaughtered by JDG, who is a veteran adaptive player for sure, and trying to decide. So what I'm playing in KTL is Tungsten, which might actually have a really interesting matchup if JDG is going with Chandra, but if they're going with something else, I don't know. Part of me wants to just go with the deep dive deck, even though it had just awful luck against June. I think, I don't know. I like it. It's just fun. So we're going to get an adaptive match made here. It also could have a very interesting matchup against Chandra, if that's what's picked. But I think JG actually ran something else in the top cut last season, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see. Should be a good match either way. Tungsten, the problem with Tungsten is it makes for a very long match. If you saw my adaptive against Chimera, very, very good, very close games, but very long. Where I think Poet, I should probably start calling this Poet instead of E-Dunk. E-Dunk makes for some weird ways of saying things. I think this one should just be a more fun match. It's got a lot of interesting things, a lot of interesting lines, but it's less consistent. And I saw that against June, especially. Just zero creature control for basically the first half of the deck. And June was playing, oh, what's that deck called? Becky. So just board flood, mass mutation. She got it out early. I had nothing to slow it down. Game 2, June started with like 3 of my Brobnar creatures, including the taunt, and then the next turn was like a Calp, and like I just couldn't deal with the Calp for several turns with Becky, because Becky is actually really light on creature control. So it was a pretty brutal 0-2, and that's what kind of ended my regular season, which is not fun. But I'm going to try and have faith in this deck. I have a lot of reps with this deck. I feel like I know it pretty well. It just can have pretty bad draws. And like I'll just say, like, I think I struggle understanding or like really thinking through matchups these days. I think I've just gotten into a zone of just playing my cards kind of. And my matchup against Chimera really demonstrated that, where game 1, like I had looked at their deck. I was kind of had it in the back of my head of certain things, but I just like didn't really think through at all the fact that going to 7 Amber against their deck just changed the game entirely. And I did that on accident. Key 1, like I just went one more and I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. And the rest of game 1 was just a nightmare trying to claw back. And games 2 and 3, Chimera's deck was way outmatched by Tungsten. And I just, yeah, I don't know. I have a lot to kind of get back into the zone of playing matchups better and not just trying to play my own decks well, but really understanding key cards, key things that, gotta watch out for. Like, I don't know. It's interesting. So we'll just see how this goes. And we've got Chandra. All right. So this should be a really interesting matchup. We've got Darkheart, we've got the big one, and we've got Reclaim. So there are options for dealing with their artifacts. Let's see. Igor plus Letho helps them to not get haunted very fast, but Chandra also feels like a deck that maybe wants to get to a certain spot and then just sit there for several turns and not play many cards. So Darkheart could be really good there. But honestly, I don't know if it's the right call. I think Calp is probably going to be pretty big in this matchup. Chandra's creature control is like, it exists, but you have to use it at the right times for it to really pay off. And so a hand like this could be a pretty good. Oh, do I want both of them to start with? I think I do. So one of the things that June said when she was playing this deck is like, said it's one of the rare decks where Unfathomable seems better than uh any of the other houses. And in GR, that's not normal. But in this deck, I think it's true. My problem is I always try to force the Untamed so much because it has the Darkheart, Spooky, and the Invigorating Shower. I really try to force these like really big burst plays. Sorry, I'm doing this in a specific order because I want to discard the Moric to deal 2 damage to the Igor to make it so they can't fight this Calp off. And I'm going to hold this Calp. I want to have a chance of like sticking a second one if they have like the bouncing Death Cork or standardized testing there. Okay, so we're just going to discard some Untamed stuff here. Can't reap, that's fine. Shower, neither of us are haunted, and second Kelp comes down, and we'll discard the Hydra. So with the Animator, they have a chance of getting rid of this Kurt. Ah, there's the Quintrino Flex. No! Okay, so if, yeah, no Quixelstone there, that's really big. We can take care of that with the Brobnar. This Brobnar is actually not great for us, though, and I don't know that we even really want to do the Untamed here. Beam of Forgetting doesn't seem amazing. I don't mind getting more creatures on the board now that they've used like 2 of their bigger I think we do discard the Darkheart here. They've used 2 of their bigger board control cards already. Okay, we got more Brobnar, we got the Dragnet, which will slow him down a little bit. Not at high Amber totals. Ooh, Hedonistic is not fun. Okay, so tons of Amber going around here. A lot getting captured on my dudes. That Ancient Power is really annoying. I think we can do some decent stuff here, though, in Brobnar. So we're going to down to size the Ludo. Fight it with that. I don't know what I want to discard here, though. Drop the Thunderdell on the right. Could discard the Amber Storm. This will just fight here, get less damage on it. Okay, I've got both showers. So now this is my last 2 showers. I have to really decide how I want to use those. Ah, no reaping. And the Forge compiler. Okay. I did kill that. Yeah, those opposition researches are going to be big. I think we just go for some disruption here. A little bit of hand clearing. We can ditch one shower. Gonna beam first. Get rid of detention coil. So that's one of their big Star Alliance bursty cards. We'll capture their discard shower. Bounce the Shrix. Okay, so we've got a alright Untamed turn coming up. We can get rid of the compiler or the Amphora. There's just so many artifacts that I need to destroy. What I might do is just play this and then shower the Untamed. Would have been really nice getting to check there, but didn't quite happen. We'll see if they do an exile turn here. Chant of Hubris, that's fine. Second Ludo. Okay, there's the exile. Yeah. Ugh. So I should probably just go Brobner here and use it while I've got it. There's a big question about playing the big one. But I don't know that I can. So go Brobnar. Drop this for some Amber Control. It's preemptive. Reap. 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 Doesn't matter where I fight. Discard the big one. Argument for fighting that guy in there, but they don't have ready creatures at the moment, so. Oh, these opposition researches are brutal. Okay, no check yet, so we're gonna do the Untamed turn. So play this first, discard, follow the leader. Oh, I really want to get the animator. There's just so many things to hit here. But we are gonna push to check, so I think I need to get the Forge compiler. Go ahead and damage my Titan just for more taxing. Play the shower now for Untamed. Haunting Witch. We'll do another damage on my guys. Oh, reshuffling theirs gives them exile back. That seems really bad. For me, it's some Brobnar stuff that I don't want. But we just put the Dark Heart back. We'll do mine. I think I've got time. Could see Quixelstone coming down. There's the Demo Alien, very strong card in their deck. This Earthshaker is pretty actively bad here. Okay, there's Quixelstone. And Transport Platform. Oh, there's just so many things I need to blow up. And they did stop the key. Just go untamed here. They're still taxed because of my Brobnar. Don't really want either of those. I think it's got to be the Quixel Stone. That's just such a problem right now. I don't think I want a Circle of Life yet. Reap here, and then Warflane is just gonna fight Damo Alien, so they can't bounce it. Gives them a free hit on the Shrix with their Galiotops, but there's only so many things I can deal with at a time. I wonder if I just don't know if the big one is the right call. It would give them back so much amber. Still have another circle speed coming. I would love to actually just tax with this Brobnar, so maybe I should have tried to give him back one more amber there. But again, they played so much creature control early that I think this Brobnar is just sticking for a little bit. Into Logos, they can't have too much Logos left. Standardize hits a lot of stuff here. I'll use my Awakened Titan though. And if they can't cycle, oh, they probably animated the curse to fight with it. Yeah. Just too many targets for my artifact control. Igor's gone, so they're not going to bounce that with the transporter platform. What else do they have here? They played Lethalogica. Yeah. Munchling, Infomorph. Oh, they have second bouncing Death Quark. Forgot about that. That's unfortunate. And they'll have some creatures. Dang. And of course, I have not refound Dark Heart. I think one key is okay. They're going to reshuffle anyways, so I don't know if I even want to play it. Yep. Animate the curse, fight into the Haunting Witch. Or you don't even have to fight, you can just reap and then BDQ half my board. Oof. Yeah, and of course they have the two other creatures to go with it. I think we'll be able to tax here though. They have to play two more cards. I think they should have much else besides the BDQ. Oh, maybe they have one more. Okay. Yep, so there goes Shrix. Titan. Shockherder. Haunting Witch. Yep. And they did not draw through. That is just massive for us. Because we'll at least get to tax with the Tangy Mangy here. And now we're working towards Big Burst Untamed to win. Okay, gotta do this in the right order. Call of the Void first to exhaust there. See, this is where I probably should have reshuffled the Calps. Because a Calp here would be pretty huge. Go ahead and play the Dirge for an Amber. Tangy Mangy to tax. Big one's not getting played anymore. Size. Nothing to survey. What else can I do in Star Alliance here? Should be some more upgrades. Oh, they got the server with the drop hip. Yeah. So a rare miss from JDG, but I will take it. Let's see. Can we kill that with Amber Storm? Oh, they're gonna be able to transport platform it. Ugh. Like I said, there's just too many good things to hit, and one thing this deck really wants to see is this earlier, so that you can get it archived and just keep drawing Untamed more. So they're not haunted anymore, so we're not taxing them. Yeah, Dark Heart just still really doesn't even help me. I can kill this with the Amber Storm. But I'm going to run out of Amber Control. So I think I actually need to hit... Well, my Amber Control doesn't work if they're not haunted anyways. Yeah, because Circle Speaks need them to be haunted. It's really Brobnar. Dang. Or we just try and get the spooky. In order to do that, I think I have to not play a Dark Heart here. So I need 7. So that's just a Reap. Kill that. Play this first so I don't shuffle in the other shower. Discard shower, discard Dark Heart. Oh no. This is just how it goes. Shuffle all the Untamed back in, draw literally every not Untamed card I have left. I'm going to be able to stop the key anyways here. So the turn that I killed Ludo instead of the Shrix, still don't think matters too much. It's maybe 1 Amber difference. And if he's got the exile here, it just literally doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, this is... You're not beating that. 6 cards in discard. I don't have a way of making them haunted. This puts them to 7. Yeah, I mean, I can get the spooky here, but that's going to be it. 2 Shrix. Exiles is just no good. Okay, well, that was game 1. I'm not sure how winnable this is for E-Dunk. It's definitely tough. I had the Calps. I wonder, I guess there's just more. Let's see. Yes. Early Quixelstone doesn't seem too bad. Hedonistic Exile, Cantina doesn't seem too bad. Yeah, it seems like the early pressure from this one is good. Problem is, I feel like I don't know how to play Chandra with a Quixelstone down, so that might really cause me issues. But it might just get purged right away anyways. They did not switch hands, so I've got an answer for a Calp. But there's a good chance there's a reclaimed here. And then if they only play... What is the most important card in this matchup? There's one random discard in the whole deck, and he hits Exile. This is why JDG is the best adaptive player. No, that is definitely not the only reason, but that might just be game right there. That is... That is rough. At least I know where it is, so I don't have to worry about... Let's see, I think that means I discard Secure Droid here. I don't have to worry about like milling it with Letho or anything. But now I have this. Like, is this hand already just awful to have played the Quixelstone with? Okay, so he plays the big one. That makes sense. Down to size for some Amber Pips. I guess I did have background music going for a minute there. I could try to bring that back. I'll put it back on. I hate trying to deal with the sound levels. Like even at the Vault Tour, apparently the table sound is way louder than I expected. It's just not great. Well, I guess we're going sorry in here. Hedonistic. Go ahead and drop a Ludo, capture, discard. I'm gonna hold the second Ludo. That just seems like the right call. Playing this might have been the wrong call. I think the timing on this is pretty big, but there's a chance I can use it to my advantage when I get to the exile. It could just be a reclaimed here. Already 7 cards in too. They've done a lot of discards. There's a shower discard. Orpheline. Hitting me? I think you hit yourself there because he already knows he's got the exile on the bottom. That's like a lot of runway for him. There's a reclaimed. Okay. So now with that, big one's still scary, but gives me a little runway here. And where did my... Oh, it's still there. Okay. So we'll go logos here. Opposition. Animator. Ooh. That's really tough. I think knowing where the exile is, I take that. Play the second opposition. Or sorry, knowing where the... Yeah, the exile. Is that what I said? Maybe I said exile. Okay, so now Brobnar is going to start taking over the board. I do have a chance to take out the big one if I want to. I do not have a chance to take out the big one anymore. And they're in check, and somehow... I don't have a way to stop it. This is just the mystery of Chandra. Of its... like, just the obvious loyalty to JDG. Okay, so... this gets me in check and some filtering. This gets me in check, and... Actually, I don't think I want a creature on the board right now so that I don't get hit with Circle Speaks. So I think we go Star Alliance. Force them to play some more creatures. We'll discard second spoils, I guess. That exile hit just so brutal. So it could be the Iron Obelisk attacks me for 7. I don't think they'd have a way to get more damage on their Brobnar. Tangy will tax though, and my creature control is just, of course, non-existent. Both of these. There is, oh yeah, and the Quintrino Flux. This card's Dragnet. Oh, plays the Dragnet. Interesting. I think we can slow roll this a little bit here since we've got the animator. Question is, do I actually want the big one to go off or not? Might not be anything I can do about it. So we'll go Logos, Eclectic. Still no creature control. Play Munchling, damage there. Actually, I guess this is not too bad because I'm going to put them at 9 so they won't be able to play more than one more creature before it blows up. Reaping also doesn't feel too bad, but I think we just bounce here. Of course, both BDQs come right at once. We've got a 3/3/4 left in deck with... Oh, Exile's gone now because of the... Yeah. Because of the Dirge of the Deep. Sad to lose the transporter platform here, but they kind of have to decide if they want to stop this key or not. Oh, actually, that was pretty risky to leave the Munchling down because they could have Circle Speaked it. Okay, Berserker Slam. They're just not going to play a creature. So now there's a big question of if I just take out the big one with the BDQ here. I think using both BDQs here is not a great decision, but I also am not sure what else I do. The logos, we'll take the archives. We'll go ahead and... Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, it does. I just have to hit it first. So I have to do this one. Play. The Forge compiler is going to be worthless. Man. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I guess I could have just BDQ'd that and then left it on there. But again, that leaves me open to the Circle Speaks. So probably the best call. And now we've got the Sacro Alien with some Blast Shield bouncing. Okay, there's the Curse. We know we can get rid of that with Animator. Definitely need to find the Trino Flux soon. And that Kaup will be enough to stop my whole combo. It's pretty... Let's see, Lethalogica. How fast does that get me through the rest of the deck? So that I can flip. It just has opposition reason. I have so much value here, especially with the transporter platform. I think we discard that. Play this. Hang there. Bounce. I don't know if I can discard them. Because I know the Quintrino Flux is coming next. I think I'm in a bad way. What do they have left? Both Circle Speaks. I think actually just sitting here and bouncing creatures and not giving them any to Circle Speak onto could be really huge. Let's get Untamed. I don't think Haunting Witch has... Oh, Haunting Witch is gone. So it could be a shower here into Untamed, but as we saw, I just... I don't know. It's either the wrong choice or I just have the worst luck. And I always draw everything but the Untamed when I reshuffle it. Yeah, they went for the Untamed. There's a Hydra. Okay. They get to check. We get a key here. And we know they have the spooky, so do I have to try and stop this key? That seems like a bad play because then again they Circle Speak me. I'm just gonna make it through the deck so slow because I don't have the draw pip one. Saurian is a pretty lame turn. Let's do it. So we're gonna chant one of these here. And this is where I should have kept the Amphora. Discard Ludo, discard Spoils. And give him key 2, I guess. Oh. So let's see, I'll have 2 draws to get him. Third draw just gets me to the bottom of the deck and doesn't let me shuffle. Yeah, I needed to find both of those so I could actually shuffle through. Darn it. Because flipping the deck here is so important for me. Okay, going untamed. Just getting some amber. That's fair. This is same power. Okay, so I think I can do, yeah. Still have an alright turn here. So I'm gonna play him. Play this here, make sure we kill that. Tension coil. We don't get the guy. Bounce. Do I try and draw for him here? Just go to check. Didn't get him anyways. Of course, he's the bottom card. Do him and him. Oh, that's cannot fight, not cannot reap. But we shuffled through, so I can play creatures again. Might be too late. And if he goes to 7 here, we just lose anyways. How did I redraw into him? It's not what I needed. I don't mind this, but I need to get this stuff out, I think. Especially getting him warded could be really big. Oh, just how it goes. Okay, there's a circle speak gone. That's great. So Saurian. Do I have a way? Let's see, Logos doesn't get me there. I can't play him twice to put the damage there. So yeah, I think it has to be Saurian. But they're gonna get super close to spooky charge. Yeah, they only need like 1 card. Dang it. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. Man. Exile Snipe was bad, but I think the BDQ, all of my creature control being late, like he had what, BDQ and Warp in like by turn 2 or 3 on our game, and then all of mine were in the bottom 10 cards or so. He had a decently early answer for Quixelstone. Yeah, this deck just I don't know. There's probably things I could have done differently that game, but I'm not sure what they would be. I don't know if the answer is just this is not the right deck to bring for adaptive because it can be swingy. Always great playing JDG. Fantastic player. Watching JDG play Chandra is always amazing, but I don't know. Not sure what else I could have done. Game 1, same thing. He had Spoils, Shriek's Exile. Didn't take too long. He got 2 exiles in our game. I got 0. That's a pretty big difference for Chandra. I did discard the Amphora. That's like, as far as major decision points go, that seems like the major one. But I had to have that transporter platform late in the game to be able to kill the Calps with the damage pips. So I'm not really sure. Huh. I don't know. Maybe I'll go watch that again, or JDG if you're watching. Let me know what I did wrong. But I don't feel mad about that. I think, yeah, they were 2 good games. Just didn't quite get there. I won my KTL game off of a pretty lucky random discard as well. So I can't be mad when someone else does that to me. But yeah, it's pretty tough. And I think JDG played the big one, which ended up being the right call because I had to deal with it. And I did not play it in our match. I discarded it a couple of times. I think because I was scared of getting rid of the Curse of Confusion, but it just wasn't valuable enough. So yeah, I think there's maybe things I could have done in our game. But the other problem with playing it is I already had the exiled Tricks on my side. So if it blew in our game, I'm giving JG 5 Amber. And this deck, I mean, we saw he burst to like 18 one turn in game 1. This deck doesn't do scaling Amber control. It really relies on the Dark Heart, and it's just not good enough at utilizing the Dark Heart. So, it's my deep dive deck. It's a deck I've been playing a lot, and I think I'm finally playing it in adaptive. I'm deciding about the deck and how I feel about it, and that is that it's just not quite there. So, yeah, maybe we'll be tabling that one for a while. It's still a really interesting deck. It's fun to play, but it is not. Yeah, doesn't have enough kind of good matchups, or really doesn't have enough control over what it's trying to do, even with reinvigorating showers. It just seems like the early game can be so variant that you can just win or lose based on what you go up against there. So let's see. I might call it there. I might hang around and play some games, but I think I'm going to cut the stream off because I need to get, I have now 3 different matches I got to get up on YouTube, so I'd like to start getting those chopped up and on here. Thanks everybody for hanging out. It was a fast career in the KAGI Top Cut, but KTL I'm much more excited about. Playing, let's see, no, I don't have another tab. It's going to be long games, but playing Tungsten I think is going to be really fun. I think that's a much better adaptive deck. So next KAGI. Oh, I mean, if you heard at the beginning, quick draw, I don't know how I made top cut in KAGI either. It did not feel like a good season. We had a couple drops and stuff, and so I think I just kind of squeaked by because I had the head-to-head win against the other 2-2 person. So it was a rough season, and I feel like I've had several rough seasons in KAGI. I don't know if I'm too experimental, or like I said, I think I still have a long ways to go to be better at this game when it comes to matchups, and matchups are so important for KAGI, for adaptive, and so I just need to start practicing that again. But this one, it's fun. It makes for long games, but I think it's going to be a much better adaptive deck. So excited to see how that does in KTL. And I'm going to try and stream most of those if I can, plus some other games. We got B-Hawk and Catcher's game coming out on YouTube soon, so check those out, and this will be up on YouTube soon. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out, and we'll see you later.